Welcome everybody. I have been expecting you. Wait, this is not supposed to be so sinister. And welcome back. I am back, and we are going to experience together something that I have been preparing for over a month now. It's about emulation of film. Someone compacted all of that into one application. Welcome back. Oh my, so many settings. Okay, now hear that. No. Oh geez, there's so many. Enable. Okay. Come here. What? Film head, film breathe, film breath. Overscan. Fine. But let's get back to the important stuff. In case you're wondering why these shots look so pretty, then you are in the right place, because we have today, and applause please, we have our first sponsor. These guys reached out to me to review their product and give my honest review. We are here today to review the product called Dehancer. There are so many different settings in this application that I'm starting to lose the big picture when I'm editing. So basically you have two approaches. First is that those applications have easy filters to use. And then you have the other side when people are buying old cameras and old lenses and creating authentically some artificial elements on the edges of the frame, like those old lenses used to make. Film damage, halation, vignette on those photos. But then I have realized that we have a third option, that someone wants to take all of these things, convert that into an emulation, a digital emulation app that is emulating working with film photography. It all starts after you import the add-on into the PremierePro or DaVinci or Photoshop. It's single effect that has all the things inside. So once you turn it on and import it onto your footage, you can play with all the things inside. But it's a bit overwhelming because there is like 12 different settings, and you begin with selecting what kind of film you have used for that photo, like hypothetically, right? Kodak 400. The app will start working with that. About 90% that film, the photos from that film will look like. It will apply it to your photo, and you can see how it will look like afterwards if it will be shot on that film. It's taking that fun of shooting film photography, but I am thinking now that this process will greatly eliminate those bad iPhone photos. iPhone is taking everything sharp, and by adding this film, it will introduce all of that damage, halation and everything, and suddenly those photos from iPhone will have a personality. So let me take you through the process. I'll open a PremierePro. Use an adjustment layer. That's basically you are editing and color correcting, and import this effect of Dehancer. And now we have, see, I've told you, 12, no more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 19. But let's start from the beginning, right? You have an input. You are selecting from which color space the footage you are importing comes from. So on the source, because I already color corrected my footage, Rec 709, and I can already change the color temperature of the footage, the white balance of it. I can change the tint, the fringe, and here we'll select on what kind of film you have taken picture. So let's say it's an Kodak Gold 200, and you can already see the effect on the output footage. Inside our preview, you have a film developer, increase the contrast, the gamma, a film compression. You can move the white point, you can increase the color density. But you have to keep in mind, there is this little checkbox enabled on the bottom of those settings. I don't know why it is not on top or next to the written film compression, because see, now I'm playing with color density, nothing is happening because I haven't enabled that. See, if I'm moving a white point, you can see in the highlights, but you can easily turn that off. You have expand, you can expand the black point, color head, which we are going into very difficult area because I don't have actually idea why would I change the color head and why it's called color head, but I think it's basically adjusting color overall. And then you have a tone in the shadows. Yeah, you can change the tone in the shadows. You can change the tone in the highlights. Changing the shadows, changing midtones, changing highlights. Inside, we have a film grain, and I think I'm already behind the half of it. But the film grain is something I have been looking for because in some shots I wanted that look of an old film. How I can easily take the entire footage, apply a film grain to it, and suddenly I have native damage on the footage. Spreads the light around those source points. Yeah, bloom is enabling that thing, so halation is something different. Yeah, halation is creating those reddish tones to the sources of light. Something like a chromatic aberration. Then we have a film damage, and that's what I have been talking about. Use it, and suddenly I will play it, and you can see those little crackles all around the footage that make it look like it has been recorded on an old film. And I've been talking about the film breath, something like a shifting colors. So that might be the film breath, something that, was iconic in the past days. Then you have an overscan, and this is something I really like because once you turn an overscan, you're getting this amazing, there is a scale, and you can reduce the scale entirely, or you can even gate defocus. You can adjust the exposure of those perforations. Do you remember in the last video I said the Super 35mm film has 4 perforations per frame? So I just use a negative or a positive, something I haven't realized before, that if you have a negative, those perforations on the sides will be black and now they are white. Something to consider because I haven't thought about that before. And you have your Super 35 16. That should have 2, yes, on the edges. And there's this Ultra Panavision 65mm film. It's 2.76 to 1. Look how wide shot you have. So the overscan is one of my favorites. We have a vignette. You already know what a vignette is. I won't be talking about that. Monitor. And I have discovered this yesterday. You can turn a false color on inside of this. It will even show you on the sides. You have is a 50%. So that's your gray. You see we have nothing overexposed. That's pretty. We have really exposed, but not overexposed because nothing is red. Take 16 zones of false color. You can even open the clipping indication of when I have lost data because of the shadows. And you have an output. I think you can entirely reduce the effect of everything you have set up. Let's say 75. Entire overscan is transparent because I have reduced that to 75%. 100% is totally there. And if I'll just take it to 0, it's gone. And then we have a LUT generator. I haven't told you about what LUT is, but that's basically a lookup table, and you are comparing colors on your recorded footage with the real colors. I wanted to finally switch into DaVinci, and I don't know if it's the best idea to do it now. But why does DaVinci import everything into one giant pile of every shot? All right, I want to have these. Good. Video. Oh, okay. And now I go into edit. That's more easily readable. Fine. And then we go into color because I want to see what this thing can do. So let's say that I have everything, and that's different between regular regular Premiere and the DaVinci. Now here we have, I created this node, and this node is a shared node. If I'll go into the different shot, I can import, I can add node, and there's my shared node. Now I can edit that shared node and give it properties. Now I want to, there's the grading thing, fine. I want to see the Dehancer Pro 7.2 point. I don't know what happened and where it is. That's a lot. I don't know where is the effect. Not even in the fusion. Fine, I have figured it out. I was trying to import the Dehancer into the node, and then I have realized that you can maybe just drop the Dehancer and it creates its own separate node. That's kind of obvious, right? So I will just take, and DaVinci is really crazy good because I was trying to connect, you know, those workflow green arrows to go. You can easily just interconnect with your selected node. And now I can play with the settings. I just need a quick thing to do, and that is to actually activate it. My Dehancer Pro plugin after shared node is applying the color correction. Oh, all right. Source in Rec 709. That's right. What if I will select the Apple Gamma? It's completely same thing, but with the difference, then over here you can do all that adjusting of the color space inside DaVinci in a professional way. I'm going to be switching into the DaVinci in my editing because this is something on the next level. All right, but then it's exposure, film developers, film compression, print. Let's find if we have the overscan. Ah, yeah, there it is. Enabled overscan. Ooh, baby, that's right. And then maybe I'll go up. You know, as you might remember, yeah, profile input selected. We have a film. That's it, baby. Very nice. And now what do we have? A Kodak Vision. A lot of the beautiful stuff. All right, so Kodak Portra 400. Beautiful. Okay, gate defocus. Gate defocus was not that. Okay, oh yeah. It's blurring the edges of the frame that you have inside of that. All right, and now I can see that the settings are applied only to the first shot. I want to create this as a shared node. Add a Dehancer shared node and bam. Oh, this looks great. Okay, let's see. Boom. Yes, correct. Ooh, this looks like from like a missing camera. Oh, even the framing is, oh yes, this is so good. Oh, this is so good. I want a still from this. How do I get a still? Yeah, that's basically it. But they also have an app called Dehancer Alpha. Right from the bat, you can see a little film stripe showing you your latest photos. I want to pick this one from my recent trip in China. Right away, you can see edits you have lastly saved. Edits you have seen down here. You can even select in the category. You can even select the Dehancer team and see their edits. Left top corner, you can see the histogram of your picture. And if I will go from the presets to edit, I can see the entire spectrum and I can select profile. So there is a crop where I can select the specific part of the image that I want. In the source, you are selecting how much exposure compensation you want to have from your original picture. In the film, you're selecting on what kind of film this has been taken on. Motion picture, let's say motion picture, I want Kodak Vision 3 500T. And I am going forward developer. And I have realized that if you click on the setting down, it's enabling or disabling that one. So I just want to increase the contrast boost. You see, if I will click down here, it's been turned off. But there are really subtle changes. I would really appreciate if I will click on the picture and it will go full screen. This is, you know, you can zoom on, but I want to have nothing obstructing my vision. But I like they added undo in the left top. Up here on the right top, you can go back and forth. Now I see the overscan, and you can have the amazing overscan effect. It's not really showing anything because the picture is really dark. But you can scroll and see all the other options down here. It should be more visible that I can scroll, because at first I was not scrolling. I thought that those options are simply not there. Offset, wait, and the overscan I want Super 35, yep. And this is something I want to export. So you click on this little thing and you go to save to gallery. Different thing is, if you are playing with the video, you can edit the effects on your video as well. See, I can move that around and use that however I want. But if you're exporting, and that's something they should change because that's really annoying. If I'm exporting, it says, please keep open the app while rendering video. And it will take 4 minutes, and I don't have that much time to have my phone turned on constantly. I want to lock it. Don't know why this cannot be done in the background. But if I will simply, go home, see, failed to export. So that's something to consider. Just keep it open, or just don't export video through this. What would I like to see though is option to rotate your phone and the picture will go full horizontal, or just everything will turn off and you see just the picture. It's capable of doing almost all of the things you have seen in the add-on in the Premiere Pro. This just adds the ability to do everything on the go. So I will say, if you're looking for that filmic emulation in your movies, definitely go for Dehancer. They have 19 was the number of settings you can change, so you can really go nuts. You can generate lots with that. You can go false color. You can even color grade with that. But I would say try it first. It has crazy features. They are upgrading this thing still, so it can be overwhelming. And if you're not into this playing with the settings for an hours, you will get bored. I would say go for it, try it, you will see for yourself. And I thank you guys for watching. All the important links will be down in the description. You can also get a promo code, like it's here, but it'll be also down there. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next video, and bye-bye. Can you see how many bracelets I have? This one is a new one. I got that from my friend. He brought that in from, I think, Croatia. That's right. I'm really looking to start editing in DaVinci because those settings are overwhelming. It seems better sorted for big screen because Premiere just gets big. But DaVinci is like meant for big screen. They have everything set it up. Nothing is covering anything, nothing is standing in the way of other stuff. Everything, cut, edit, fusion, that's for like After Effects, color grading. And I was looking for star wipe and I cannot find the star wipe. Like one more star wipe and I'm leaving. So I'm looking for star wipe. I have found a star wipe. Oh yes, a star wipe. Yes. But it actually looks with the filmic Dehancer effect, it looks like something from Las Vegas.